Hello guys, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Stella. You can call me Stella the Concierge. Welcome. To my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're seeing me for the first time, I would like to welcome you. I hope you like it here, you subscribe, and you stay. Yo guys, I know that you've been waiting for, I've been making promises that I'll be uploading, more videos regarding tips on concierge work. So I hope this will be the start. I've been so busy. You know what? God has been great. God has been good. I've been so busy, excuse me, for the past 2 weeks. Busy. So I don't know where to start, but I don't want to be wasting time. I've realized that a lot of people have taken an interest in the senior citizen concierge. Some were asking that I divulge more on or give out more information on corporate concierge. Like I've said in my previous videos, concierge is broad. It is a pie that we will all munch on. If you're someone that has been looking for work or you've been doing concierge but you just didn't know that what you're doing is concierge, please stick around as we are about to go through this together. All right, so maybe let's start by the introduction into concierge. I have realized that not so many people know that, or maybe concierge, let me say concierge is not as popular in South Africa as it is in other countries. I stand to be corrected. But in most cases, when I have to explain what I do, people become like interested or puzzled. And then they start asking questions. Oh, so there's a market for that. Does it really, work for you? Does it? Well, it does. It works for me. It is my main source of income. And I've done big things with my earnings from providing concierge services. So yes, you can make a living out of providing concierge services, right? What is concierge? This is a question that a lot of people ask. What do you do as a concierge? Right. We do everything. We do, I know that sounds unrealistic, but we do everything in concierge. From booking appointments, waiting on a long queue at Home Affairs for you, fetching your medication for you, watering your plants, reservations, booking your flight ticket, running errands in your business, at home, I do events. I've said it before: events concierge, corporate concierge, personal concierge. So anything that needs to be attended to, we do that. That's what a concierge does. We are there to solve. We are problem solvers. So we solve anyone's problem at a fee, of course. At a fee, of course. There's a lady that used to say, there's no free lunch in South Africa. So yeah, no free lunch in South Africa. We do it at a fee. How did I become a concierge? I'm sure someone wants to know. So I started providing concierge services in just before during, I don't want to say before COVID, but during that time, there was a permit. Some people had permits to get around, and I was fortunate to have one. And people close to me knew, those who knew that I had this permit. A friend of mine, an advocate friend of mine, lived in a gated community in an estate, and I remember his mom moved in with him because she wasn't well, and then he would ask me to, run errands for them, and I did. So while I did that, so him being my first client, he got me in that same estate. He got me clients. So I remember this with the very first client, when he had called me, he said, listen, hunale rebitana bazi. He was like, bazi, hunale moto so. And then this person is in need of your service. So I told them that you charge. And I told them this is how much you charge. So they'll call you, and when they call you, please get your story straight. I was like, okay. So yeah, that's how I started. So during that time, I did that. And mind you, I didn't have much. Look, I mean, going to a store, I don't think you need much experience. But I sort of loved it. I enjoyed what I did. And I was like, no man, itloba business. Because remember then we thought COVID had to fail. So I was like, no, this is a business that I'm going to provide. It's a service I'm going to provide, and I am going to run it as a business. So, right, fast forward, I did that. Yo, guys, I remember there's a week where I made, I think it was 6,500 in a week. And obviously I became excited because child, minane, see, I became excited, I was happy, and yeah, I did that until when things became settled. I started relaxing, I think, or like I could say I relaxed, and then people, obviously, things were more open. People were able to carry on as per usual. What happened after that? Oh, and then I looked for a job. It didn't last long. It didn't last long because maybe I was now used to doing things at my own time, my own way, and yeah. And then a friend. No, before I get to the friend, how I got to know about the senior citizen concierge. This friend of mine lived. His mom moved in with him. That's during COVID. So she recovered. She was fine. She had to go back. She lived in a retirement village. And then in that retirement village, because now she'd call me direct, that, hi Mimi, please, Kikopa, unketsetse 1, 2, 3, wanaka, I'll do that, but I'll bill her son. All right, you follow with me. I'll bill her son. And then this community in that retirement village, majority of the residents there are white old people. And one time, I'm a very friendly person, by the way. I am so friendly, and my friendliness either leads me into trouble sometimes, or so in that village, because I'm a bubbly person and I just love having conversations with strangers. I happened to so the security guy, every time I came in, they thought I was related to Makoko. But I was so we started, chit chatting, and then the security so happened to mention that there are other residents there who sometimes struggle with getting things. and some are old, just in a brief conversation that we had. You know, when you are anointed to do something, when God has called you to do something, I am telling you, but what we like opportunities will just like, yeah, present themselves before you. Okay. And then this security shares that, that information, and I thought to myself, okay, how do I let these pensioners know that there's this person who can provide such and such a service? I went back. When I went back, I asked, so as we were talking, I got a conversation with this security. Then I asked him, who manages this place? He told me, no, there's a manager. He does not have an in-house security office, but these are his details. I was like, wow, good shot. I called this man. I asked to see him. He came. I made time. I went, sat down with him. I spoke to him. I won't lie, at first he was skeptical. I just come, there's this old lady that I come to assist once in a while. I don't have a family member in that working village. So, and I understood why he was skeptical. But me being me, and ngoba mina phela nna ke ma foster guys, yo ntho a ke e batla ke be ke e thole. So, I became persistent, like ntse ke pusha. Boom. One time, out of the blue, this guy calls me. And when he called me, I had a shock because I carry makoko udula mole. So in my mind, I'm thinking, yo, maybe makoko sarisile, or there's something. And he's like, hey, listen, tell me, remember Kilewa Atlamo, you've been here, we spoke about this and that. Are you still available for that? I was like, yes, I am. And then he said, there is a lady who'd like to meet with you. Her mother is in this village, so I think she might be in need of your service since she's going to Thailand. I think she was going to, I think near Thailand. Yo, aka am. Right there and then I told him, okay, fine, I'll be available on this date. So I just felt like he was slow for me. I said, listen, or we spoke, we hanged up. I called again, maybe after 10 minutes. I was like, listen, are you able to exchange to give me that lady's contact so that I'm able to speak to her directly? Maybe she won't mind us meeting today. Anyway, we meet with this lady at the coffee shop. Introduction, mind you, I don't have a profile. I don't have a business profile. I don't even know that I'm a concierge. Let's start there. Like what I'm doing does not have a title. No, I just assist. I don't know what to call myself. I get there, and then this lady, a nice young lady, it's like an interview. She starts asking questions. So what do you do? Do you care for? I said, no, I don't give care. Like I don't take care of, I don't bath anyone. I don't walk anyone. I just, whatever service they need, if they need me to fetch their medication, I can do that. If I'm needed to do grocery shopping for them, I can dry clean. I started naming services that I can provide. Why? Because these are things that I provided during COVID. Sharp. This lady, I be interested. She took interest. Okay. And God, when God is in your space, guys, or when you, when God is in your space, He makes things happen. How did I come about charging? I don't know. But because it's something that I had done then, I thought, I didn't even think that, no, I can't charge like that because it's a home or what. I was just, and everything that was said on that table, she went with it. That is how I realized that I can actually provide a service to senior citizens. as a senior citizen concierge. You follow? You follow, ne? Sure. All right. So then after that, so fortunately, my husband is a very orderly person. You know, but while he was straight, I wanna have a talking ruler. And now he's seeing that I'm being busy, give up busy. Like when I say busy, in a week I'd get like 2 gigs. You know, it's busy compared to just being home the whole day busy. And then he was like, no, babe, you know what? I like the fact that you are being busy and it looks like you are enjoying what you're doing. And I think it would be best if you were to register your business. I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll register. Mind you, now it's been what? It's been like, I'm now on, it's like the third year doing this, third or fourth doing this. I still don't know the title. I'm not even thinking about titling. Yes, I see people call themselves runners, and you know, but I know I'm not a runner. I know I don't want to say I'm a runner when I introduce myself to people. So I would say, no, I run errands. Okay, sure, and leave it at that. One time I'm in China Mall. Mind you, I love shopping. And like I'd have my last 100 rand. I will not spend it on anything. That 100 rand, I must have something that it won't you spend 100 rand even if it's a plant. So we go China Mall. I walk into the store, I see these nice cereal bowls, beautiful, stunning. And then as we are walking, okay, but now it's 200 rand and it's cheaper. They are cheaper when you buy them in a set, like, you know, stock price. You know, when you know China Mall stories. And then this lady comes, so we start having a conversation. She's like, yo, these are cute. I'm like, yo, I like them. She's like, yo, Lena, I want them, but I also don't have enough. And then she says to me, listen, how much do you have? I tell her. She's like, okay, let's buy 10 and then we'll take 5. We do that sharp. She asked me, so what do you do? Because she says, Norman, I've seen you before here. I've seen you more than once here before at China Mall. I'm like, oh, okay. So she's like, what do you do? Then I tell her, no, I provide services to, you know, people. She's like, what is it that you do? I'm like a runner, so that's me. She's like, I also runner. You're not a runner. You're doing what I do. She's like, okay, tell me more. Then I tell her I help elderly people who can't. She's like, no, you're not a runner. You provide concierge work. You are a concierge. I'm like, I'm like, she's like, yeah, you're a concierge. I'm like, oh, okay. But there was something in this name, this title, concierge, that made me, like, it was interesting. I get home, I tell my husband that, no. Okay, I get home, I'm all excited. I tell my husband, yo, I met this lady, so, you know, almost. It goes by. And then one morning, I woke up, I was like, wait again. CICP, going to register my business. I get there, I register my business. After registering my business, after a few days, I went and opened a business account. From there, I went, LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Who am I? You know. LinkedIn was the first place where I marketed. I against marketing thing where I just put myself out. How? And then one time I get a message. It pops. I get this person, and then they are interested. Because I did list there that I do shopping. I do what. And then they asked me for mugs. Remember there were these see-through marks when they were still in these glass marks. They asked me to get those as corporate gifts. They needed X amount of those. Am I able to get those? I was like, yay, Mudimo Unzwela guy. I went, sourced them, I got one. Okay, we exchanged contacts, communicated with this person. I showed them, they were impressed. I won't lie to you, I love going an extra mile. And I think that's what gets me clients in most cases. So because it was for it was corporate gifts for that organization, I asked him, this gentleman, I said to him, would you like these to be printed, engraved? Would you like their names engraved? He said, oh please, if you are able to pull that, we will be happy. I told him, of course, I'll add, on that. Now, what was I doing? Supplying, right? I supplied these marks to this company, right? So on my profile, I did mention where I used to work and what were my roles in that organization that I used to work for before I resigned, right? I worked for public office for 12 years of my life. So I did mention, and then, okay, I did the marks. Yeah, mark. I think after 4 or 5 months, this guy calls, he sends me a WhatsApp message asking if I am like a scorecard, like am I able to not populate, but am I good with scorecard? So I told him that, listen, I'm not excellent, but when you have your evidence, I am able to populate it for you. He's like, for real? I'm like, yes. He's like, please come see me. I went. So this guy started, I helped him out. When I tell you that man was so impressed, that guy was so impressed, I realized that no, man, there's a need here. Well, this is, I realized, okay, man, I'm out of corporate, but I can still do this outside corporate. Then that became the start of working corporate concierge. From time to time, those who are busy and who knew what I do, sometimes you'd get a person, one client, if like a client that does events, I'm able to do a bit of admin for them. That falls under corporate concierge because now I become the face of their organization. That is how it goes. My long story short, yeah, something like that. That's how it goes. So what I'm trying, to say here is your clients are everywhere. Anything that you can think of, any way where you see there can be a need, sure, there will be a need, and you can provide that service and make a living out of it. Your clients are anywhere, you find them anywhere, everywhere and anywhere a concierge is needed. And people, what I've also noticed, people will pay for convenience. One, because you've saved them time. You've solved a problem, because that's what we are. We are problem solvers. A concierge is someone that comes in and solves a problem. So anything that you can think of, or should I say anything that you love. I love shopping. It relaxes me. It calms me down. When I'm going through the minute I walk into a shop, irrespective of whose money I'm spending, whether it's my client's money, my husband's money, listen, my savings, it does not matter. Magazine, I become happy. And that has helped me in mastering, the skill of buying. I am good with negotiating. Yes, I negotiate everywhere and anywhere. I don't want to know whether it's macro or P&A or Guy. even worse if it's a franchise. I'm able to get there and I ask nicely. Like I said, I'm a very friendly person. And 95% of the time, I get good deals because I negotiate prices, and that comes, it's a skill that I have, and good negotiating skill that I have, and it comes from my love for shopping. Right one. Corporate, I shop. Events, I shop. Personal, I shop. So that's a skill I excel in, shopping. You get me. But you can win in any aspect of concierge, or in any way in concierge you'll win, depending what is it that you like. If you like elderly people, I will help and guide in that. You like personal, I'll help and guide. You prefer styling, being a stylist, or arranging, because arranging or coordinating or arranging wardrobes comes with styling. You need to be someone who is very informed, or have the knowledge with trends, current style, old money style, new style, those type of things. But yeah, I think today, hey, Kiwile, yo, I spoke. Hey, and also, guys, bear with me. Nah, I can't be serious. This lento be serious, I shame. I wanna Macmillan be serious is on because and also I'm learning to be comfortable in front of the camera and speaking to myself, whatever. But yeah, we will grow. We will grow. Feel free to ask me any question on any platform, even here, and then I'll make time and respond. I hope this video gave you a glimpse of what concierge is about, and because we'll have more videos. I don't want to put a time frame and say I'll post once a week, twice a week. We'll see with time, and as we grow, yeah, I hope to unfold and give as much information as possible. Friends, until next time, I hope you had a lovely time here. Stay safe and have a lovely evening. Bye.